I was just looking back when I knew you were going to be chatting to us this afternoon, and of course you played Elvis back in the 70s, and there was 3 of you playing Elvis in the West End musical, but you played Elvis in his prime. That must have been quite something.
Yeah, it was good actually, because I was, the band I was with, Shakin' Stephen and the Sunset, it kind of run its course really, and this came up, and they were rehearsing at the Astoria, and they were looking for the people, the first part, the second part, the middle, and the latter, and there was a band there that recommended me, so Jack Good, who put the whole thing together and the idea with Ray Cooney, came down to see me, and he said, "My boy," he said, "I would go to Oxford, chappie," and he's very, very successful in America and the UK. He was responsible for the 6 by Special, so many accolades. And he said, "Come along," he said, "for the audition." So I did. So I sang in front of the piano, and he wasn't there, and they called in Ray Cooney, and he said, "Well, you got the part," and that was it. It ran for 19 months.
Wow!
It got lots of awards, and there were people like Carl Perkins came backstage, David Bowie there. It was a phenomenal thing. It ran, as I say, for a long time, and it was packed every night, and lots of people went there. So I think from that particular time, there was 2 people came backstage and kind of offered me, to a contract with the CBS around the corner, and that's what kicked it off for me, really. Yeah,
life-changing casting, I suppose. I mean, had Elvis been an inspiration to you and your music up to that point in any way?
Well, I never used to do Elvis, lots of Elvis stuff in the sets and things like that. But I mean, I would say that I think I liked I didn't like the 60s period, and I didn't like there was something in the 70s. There was good tracks in there, but it's more of the early stuff that I quite liked. I don't think Elvis really liked the films that he made in the 60s. I think he hated them really.
Yeah.
But I think everybody's got a soft spot for Elvis.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've put together this tour. You're coming to Salisbury City Hall on Friday, the 1st of March. Yeah. You're looking forward to it. But what keeps you going? I mean, you're in Germany next month, you said, and then coming and doing 18 dates in March. It's a busy schedule. What keeps you going?
Well, I kind of look after myself. I don't smoke and I don't drink, and I just look after myself. I enjoy what I do. I go to the gym as well. We go to the gym, and you just got to look after yourself as time goes on. You have to look after yourself in your early days as well, really. But I really enjoy it, and it's fun. It's music. It's in my blood, and I started at a very, very early age. When I left school, that's all I wanted to do is sing, really. So, and here I am doing it. And of course, apart from the hits, I'm making new music with the which is reaching a newer audience with the style I'm putting out now. I'm not going to be out there, jumping around and with white boots and denims and stuff like that. Definitely not being going to be doing
Glad
that.
to hear it.
No way. You present yourself in a different way.
Yeah, Shaky, it's been a real pleasure chatting to you. Just before I let you go, how did you, in the first place, come up with the name Shakin' Stevens? I mean, it seems obvious now, but back then when you came up with it, how did that evolve? How did that happen?
Well, that kind of happened really where the friend of I used to play with when I was living in Wales, and we would in those days you could you play in the street basically. I mean but we were playing some rounders, and he had this piece of wood and he was holding it like a guitar, and he was saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, Shakin' Stevens." and I thought, cool, I thought about it. I thought, "Coggy, that's a wacky name. You can't forget that." And because I was born Michael Barrett, I didn't have a middle name, and there was Michael Barrett, the newsreader. Mm-hmm. So I started to use Shakin Stevens, and but he was pleased as punch, and he loves to tell the story, and he's been in papers and stuff like that, and he's over the moon, and I said thank you very much. He said no, not at all. He said I thought about it, but you're carrying the name on, so thank you.
Fantastic. Great story. Great to chat to you. And good luck with all this touring business that you've got coming up. Thanks, Shaky.
Thank you, Sue. Lovely talking to you.
And you. Shakin Stevens there. And if you'd like to go along and see him in action, then he's playing City Hall in Salisbury on Friday, the 1st of March.